Well, hello my beautiful Pisces, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading all about you. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about, pretending to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings and I will never reach out to you personally to offer one. Also, I will never ask you for money, e-gifts or donations. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Pisces, this is a little bonus reading all about you. Us tarot readers, we tend to focus on career, money, love, but we never ask, how are you doing? So this reading is going to tap into what you're going through at this moment in time, how you're moving through this period, and what is on the other side. Also, please note that I do not choose the cards. They pop out as my guides will them to. And of course, this may mean that this reading will not resonate with everyone. So I have to honor each card that comes out and the energy that goes with it. So please bear that in mind and let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Great Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisceans? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of at this time? Can you please show them the way? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please guide them how they are moving through this period? What are they meant to see for their highest good? Can you please show them the way? Okay, so instantly I feel a lot of deep emotion. Instantly, I feel like the pressure has been on, that you have been under a lot of stress recently, or you feel that things have been just overwhelming or a lot. I mean, don't get me wrong. I see that you are managing things and you are basically sustaining and maintaining things, but I just feel like it's a lot, okay? I feel like you are feeling challenged, and there's a sensitivity in that as well. I feel, well, I want you to be aware with that Wheel of Fortune energy that things are turning in your favor and that there are a lot of destined events coming your way that are going to bring so much positivity. But when you are trying to transform your life, sometimes it can be really hard. It's like you're summoning all the energy that you have within yourself, and a lot of you are at capacity right now, so it feels like you're undergoing a lot. And I want you to be aware that you have the courage and the power to transform your circumstances, and I see that things are going to work out in your favor. I mean, I haven't even got all of your cards yet, but I just feel this heaviness, especially in my arms, actually. I just feel like exhaustion. So some of you could have gone through an unwellness recently, or that you have been feeling very tired recently, and I feel like you're looking into the nature of time and things that are the same, like every day the same. I feel like some of you are trying to turn your life around so that not only change your own luck, but I also feel that you're tapping into your higher self and trying to do more things that bring joy. I mean, your final card there as your overarching energy is, you know, your playful side, Moonchild. So it's about tapping into spontaneity, curiosity, and reigniting that lust for life, but also rediscovering that vitality. So I feel a lot of you have been going through, yeah, look, challenging times. 7 of Wands, that's the stress or pressure card, okay? So I feel like you are someone who has been under a lot of stress and pressure. I feel like you've been maintaining your lifestyle, or you've been feeling that you need to be courageous or careful and diligent in a circumstance. I actually see you being very successful. I feel like you've been defending yourself as well. So, you know, making sure that you protect your immune system. I feel that you are also trying to operate under challenging circumstances, thriving. My guide just corrected me, thriving under challenging circumstances. You're passing a lot of tests, but I also see that your faith has been tested because you have the High Priestess in the resistance position there. We've got the Emperor. You're going to conquer it. You are more powerful than you give yourself credit for. I also see a lot of you looking at the nature of structure. Okay, interesting that my guide wants me to go again. So they want another card. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Okay. Now also I'm seeing a big stop sign, okay, in the water right now. So either you're listening to this reading as you're in a car and there's like a stop sign, but I'm just seeing a big red stop sign. So it can indicate that some of you are trying to stop a certain behavior, or you're trying to stop something from happening. And I feel there's an energy here of you being protected, because the Emperor card is protection. So if you feel there's a threat to your security, or you feel there's a threat to your position, I feel like you are secure in your endeavors. I feel right now you're doing a lot of strategizing or planning something for the future, and your future self will thank you for the decisions you are making right now and anything that you're actioning right now. I want you to feel that you're secure. And I'm not just telling you that, I want you to be aware of it because it's in the energy and it's in the cards. So if some of you are feeling there's a threat to a position, or you feel that there's a threat to your inner peace, for example, I see you guarding it fiercely there, but I also feel that you are on top of things, whatever things you are dealing with, okay? You're doing better than you give yourself credit for. Now let's tap into all of the energy. First card there is the dark side, okay? So a lot of drifting energy here, a lot of you doing some soul searching, some quest, as it were, to make sense of things. For some of you, you may feel that the world is a bit of a mad place right now, and it's always been a little bit crazy, but it literally has ramped up that level of crazy in the last couple of years, and you may be trying to like make sense of it all, okay? And you may feel that there's a toxicity or a strangeness about the world at large, because I'm feeling this energy way outside of yourself right now. So it can be that you're looking at the world and how things have changed, and you're trying to find your way or navigate your way to try and make sense of things. But also I'm feeling this energy of then it being more localized to you. So this card literally says, be wary of toxic people and situations. Sabotage, negative, bad talk, toxic. And this card is like you are keeping the drama away. You are kind of like reshaping your landscape in life in order to keep things that trouble you at bay. You are on top of things. I feel like you are transforming your life to make sure, you know, the drama does not kind of like, you know, critically affect your inner peace. And I also see that where there is challenge for you right now, you may have felt it's never ending and you can't see a way out of it. But I do see a way out of it, and I do see positivity here for you. And a lot of you, it can be that you've had a lot to deal with over the last couple of years. Fate, you may feel, has sent you a lot of challenges, and you may feel that it's never ending, and it's made you sort of slip into a cycle of negative repeat. This could be through a person. It could be you're dealing with a person who is constantly cranky or pushing your buttons or is toxic, and you're just trying to distance yourself from this person. Could also be that a friendship is evolving and you feel that you wanted to protect this friendship, or you wanted to remain connected to this person because you care about this person, but I see in you not wanting to give up on this person, it's forced you to erect healthier boundaries, because this card can be a card of challenge, forcing you into a position where you need to defend yourself. So I feel most of you are defending your health, okay? I see this energy of you protecting your health, and especially paying close attention to stress at this time. And what I want you to be aware of is, if you have been going through that challenging time, that you know you're coming out the other side and finding solutions to your problems and I feel you're creating a structure that you will benefit from long term. Now, I want to pull a quick card on that because I'm getting a sense here of some of you feeling like you've been on autopilot, or, I mean, you're a very passionate, sensitive person, but you may have felt a little bit numb recently, or you may have felt that you're in fight or flight mode, okay? Because these cards can indicate that something happened where you have felt that you have had to protect yourself, or you've felt that you perceive a threat, or that perhaps the world has changed so radically that you feel you're always waiting for the next thing. What's next? What do I have to protect me and my family from next? So you may have been in some sort of fight or flight mode over the last couple of years, and you're trying to find your way out of that trauma or out of that negativity. You know, sometimes when we perceive that, you know, things can fluctuate so quickly, how can things go from being like okay or positive to suddenly being thrust into something negative or something challenging or something that you didn't see coming? It can really mess with our sense of security, and it can present some level of trauma. And I mean, humanity, of course, over the last couple of years have been thrust into a level of trauma where it will take a while for the psyche to heal collectively, but I feel a lot of the general public are coming out of that now. I feel there is an energy of coming to grips with those emotions. We have the 9 of Cups here. So I feel a lot of you are wishing for change or wishing for better fortune, of course, and you shall have it. You know, that 9 of Cups indicates you shall have it. And I definitely see here that wishes will be delivered. You may not be able to see this right now, but there is a time of plenty. There is a time of contentment. There is a time of peace, serenity, joy, and you having enough or all that you need to live the life that you aspire to. So this 9 of Cups, you know, it is a very positive card. It means that you are transforming your life in a way that you will benefit from. You know, this is emotional fulfillment. So if you feel there's been some sort of void, or you feel that you've been numb, I feel this is about rediscovering things that, you know, bring you innate joy, rediscovering your passions, that spark. And sometimes we have to challenge ourselves. I mean, this card can also indicate that you're going through a period of challenging yourself to do more things that you're passionate about. You're marching to the beat of your own drum. You are discovering a different sense of independence. Some of you may have even changed your lifestyle in a certain way that felt very alienating or discombobulating, and now you're kind of like getting to grips with it in some way. But this card indicates that you know, there is a time of satisfaction and contentment for you, and happiness shall reign. So I do see that, you know, brighter times are ahead, but because you've been going through this period of feeling uncertain, or maybe some of you have been feeling a little bit lost, you know, don't get me wrong, you know, this card indicates that you're staying on top of your responsibilities, you're still focusing on your goals, you're someone who's very passionate, and you are making a difference and an impact in your life. But it may feel that underneath you feel something is missing, or you just feel, I don't want to say an emptiness, okay, but I feel there's a missing ingredient or something that you feel uncertain that you'll ever rediscover or even discover in the first place. But I definitely see that you will discover it, whatever it is, because it's going to be different for everybody. So I see you going from a period of darkness, or, you know, this void energy where you're feeling a little bit lost, to discovering your childlike spirit, being more curious, opening up to new ideas, new people, new places, new faces, trying new things. And there you will discover the present moment more and do more things that you are joyful of. I also see with that Wheel of Fortune that a lot of you, because it is your protagonist energy, you're out there making your own luck, but you're also accepting the temporary nature of things. Whenever you get the Wheel of Fortune, it means sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down, and that's just life. But some of you, because you understand that sometimes we can be down, that you're trying to protect yourself during those times. So it could be that you are foreseeing, you know, economic fluctuations that will be challenging in 2025 or 2026, and you're protecting yourself with a plan or a strategy against hardship. For some of you, it could be that the working environment is changing and you feel that things are changing to such a degree that potentially your position could be threatened. But I actually see you taking charge or rising up in the ranks and being in a really secure position. Some of you, if you're an entrepreneur, it could be that your industry is changing and you feel you need to protect yourself against competition, or you need to stay ahead of the game to be on the up. And it puts a lot of pressure on your shoulders to maintain and sustain. But I want you to be aware that you are protected and directed as necessary, and good fortune is heading in your direction. You know, I'm clarifying this pile, and the Nine of Cups came out, which means, what is it that you wish for? When you get really clear on what it is you want, the outcome shall be yours. So I feel this is about you tapping into your manifestation and into your vision of what it is that you want. Some of you, I feel like you're also fighting fate on something, okay? Because this is a card where you're a little bit fighty, okay? And I also feel fight or flight mode, but I see there's something here that you may have been fighting, and it is an energy of letting go of something or someone or even a past situation, because there is a person here. So with that Page of Swords, it can indicate someone you think about regularly that perhaps you don't trust, or perhaps you were disappointed by this person. You don't talk about this person often, but they are on your mind. And it feels very much like you are trying to release this person or release this energy, but it keeps raising its trigger for you. And I feel like it's almost like when it first happened, it was sad or hurtful or painful, and I'm sending you a huge hug out there, but it's almost like rather than like ripping the Band-Aid off and allowing the wound to heal, it's almost like you put a Band-Aid over it and thought, you know what, I'm just going to get on with life. I'm just going to do this and forget about it, and I'm going to like rise up and conquer. But it feels like something that didn't get fully processed, and sometimes it comes to the fore and it reminds you that you have to continue the process to let it go. Okay, and for some of you, if this is like an ex, it's not going to be for everybody, of course. For some of you, it could be a friend that you have outgrown, or the nature of the relationship changed, or someone has been cruel or unkind to you in the past. I feel sometimes you revisit this in order to try and heal it, process it, but it becomes very overwhelming. I feel there is a period where you will be released completely from this. Okay, so if you feel that somehow something has, you know, trapped you, or you felt beholden to a situation or the memory of a situation, I feel there is a liberation from this and a very cathartic experience where you shall thrive and let go of this. And a lot of you, it could be something from childhood trauma, or a wound, or something that you experienced. I mean, for some of you, it could be, you know, a bully knocked your confidence, because we have that Page of Swords in the resistance position, which can indicate someone was very harsh with their words and said something that really wounded you and broke you. But I'm being given, there is like a childhood saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. And of course, I feel like you are sort of tapping into the sense of revenge, that your success is your revenge. But ultimately, I do see that something that was said actually, especially when you feel vulnerable or you feel challenged and under pressure, you may remember what this person said, and it's almost like you're not saying that they were right in what they said, but it's almost like you feel that they said that for a reason, and now when things are not going the way you hoped for, or things are challenging, that you feel like, well, they did say this about me, so I'm not surprised that thing went wrong. Or, you know, it's almost like there's a gaping wound here that has stayed with you, and you're trying to release it. You will release it, okay? You will unlock this. You will break through this. So that's coming out there for some of you, thanks so much. I'm so grateful. For some of you, not all of you, if this bully, if some of you were bullied, if this bully is someone you went to college or school with, I feel there's this energy of trip down memory lane, or even like a reunion to an event that you may be invited to, because I'm seeing an invitation. Some of you may actually be face to face with this person again at some point in your life. And actually this person, it's very sad actually, but this person doesn't even take accountability because they don't really remember that they hurt you, or they don't really remember how their actions could have had an impact. They were aware that they were a hurt person hurting people. Something from their childhood as well was playing out at the same time. That's no excuse, but in their naivety and in their immaturity, shall we say, this person, they didn't realize that they had made any impact or done anything wrong. And I feel there is this confrontation that in the future you will have with this person. Not an argument. I feel like you're so strong in the way you carry yourself and the gravitas. It's almost like you are forced to be reckoned with when you're in this person's company, and they start to realize after a conversation with you that actually they bullied you, and they're like, oh, but their actions made you stronger. Okay, so I'm going to disconnect from that energy because it was one of the strong energies that just popped out there. A lot of you on a personal level are breaking cycles, okay? Cycles of repeat generational wounding, and you are gathering all this strength to transform your life. And that Seven of Wands indicates that you are one tough cookie. You are someone who is super strong. I feel like you're challenging the status quo. A lot of people are actually envious or jealous of your successes or the way that you run your life because, you know, no matter the challenge, you overcome it. And I definitely see that there are some people who are in awe of you. They may not tell you that they're in awe of you, but sometimes when someone gives you a backhanded compliment, it tends to mean that actually they do admire you, but they cannot bring themselves to kind of like give you a compliment. They have to try and tear you down because they feel inferior or they feel inadequate by your side. You may have had some of those things happen to you in your life. Always remember, it is a projection of their inadequacies or how they're feeling about themselves. And that's also, you know, with the bully as well there, okay? Now, this indicates that some of you, of course, have been challenged recently. Some of you may have been a little bit argumentative recently or a little bit snappy recently because you've been under a lot of pressure. Now, you need to forgive yourself for that, but also acknowledge that too much pressure and anger or frustration is a measure that your body is feeling like it needs a rest, or it feels like you're about to have a breakthrough on something, but anger or frustration is a measure that either someone has overstepped a boundary in your life and has perhaps crossed a line and your body is saying enough, or you're drawing a line in the sand on something, or it can be a measure that you feel that something isn't working in your life right now and you're identifying what it is that is not working so that you can readdress the balance and find a solution. You know, anger is actually a very positive emotion because it's your body's way of saying something isn't right. We need to change something here. We need to challenge something here. So I definitely see that you're in that mode right now of conquering fears, challenging the status quo, doing what you feel is right for you and your family, and being on top of the struggles that you've been going through. I see that actually you're at your personal best. You may not feel like it, but you're at a peak. Now, there is more to come, more good stuff to come, but I want you to be aware that right now you are on top of things and you're conquering things in your life. And also I see that, yes, if you are in an industry or in a kind of an environment where there's a lot of competition, it's because you're at the top of the competition, okay? As you can see, this person is defending their position because other people want to be where you're at right now. So I feel luck is on your side, even though sometimes it doesn't feel like it. Now also, I have to be honest with the energy that I've got coming through here. Some of you may also be identifying challenges within your body. So it could be that you're reaching a certain stage in life where, you're noticing creaks and, your energy levels are changing. For some of you, you could be going through the menopause and noticing changes within your body and your mind or your energy levels. And it could be that it's been challenging. You still got to do your day-to-day life or responsibilities, but you are also dealing with something else. For some of you, of course, if you're not going through the menopause, it could be that some of you are going through something that, people cannot see, or is not readily viewable by others. The High Priestess is mute, often indicates that you're not talking about something or letting people know that you're under pressure or under a struggle. You're putting a smile on things and just getting up and showing up for yourself. Some of you may also have an unwellness that you've been dealing with that is not readily viewable by others, and you may have found it's challenging that people kind of dismiss whatever it is that you're going through because they cannot see it or they cannot understand it. And I feel like you're so over that and you're drawing a line in the sand, distancing yourself from people who do not understand or do not want to support whatever it is that you're going through. But a lot of you, this card, very strong card of letting go, releasing the pressure, releasing the drama, releasing anything that is not meant for your future journey, releasing the past. This is a big period of release for you, and that can feel challenging in itself. And one of the questions my guides want you to ask right now, is there something that you're holding on to you that causes you pain? Is there something that you're holding on to that robs you of joy? Okay, and whatever that thing is, I feel like you are reprogramming a cycle or processing something in order to be able to release it and be free of it forever. Now it says here, let go of what is slowly slipping away, settling, disappearance, and diminishing. Now some of you may also have felt very sort of like in hermit mode, that you have gone off grid or disappeared in order to focus on the challenges of life. And you may be noticing, who are your friends who have stepped up and said, hey, where have you been? Missed you. Is everything okay? You may be noticing who's reaching out to see if you're okay. Now, you're not like disappearing so that it's testing friendships to see if there's anybody out there who cares. I don't see you doing that at all. I see actually that you're focusing on something that is important to you at this time, and you're just noticing who is there for you, because you tend to be there for other people. You always stand up for what you believe in, you stand up for what it is that is right, and you're always there to protect. This is a card of protection, protecting your inner peace, protecting the people that you care about, standing up for friends, even in their absence. That is a measure of a true friend. And you may be looking at how your friendships are evolving or who would do the same for you at this time. I see a friendship or a person where the relationship has been strained recently, or that you are evolving away from this friendship and it's hard. And you will understand more as you mature, but at this time, I feel this friendship is undergoing some sort of transformative process, and I feel that you're distancing yourself from this person at this time in order to protect your inner peace. Also, a lot of you are letting go of substances or foods or, music styles, or even, dress styles. Whatever it is, I feel like you are evolving and letting go of things that don't feel good or don't represent who you feel you are in this moment. So I see this energy of you exploring your identity at this time, of exploring who you are in terms of like clothes. I know this is aesthetic and I don't normally talk about aesthetics, but I see a lot of you wanting to embrace new styles, new hair colors, new tattoos or piercings for some of you. Some of you it's different clothes styles or different environments, maybe even different genres of music that suddenly you're getting into in order to soothe the soul or discover different parts of yourself, because you are more than just the sum of who you are right now. So this is a period of you discovering more about yourself and trying to rediscover a part of yourself that you feel has lain dormant for some time, and reignite that curiosity, that spark, that lust for life, that libido. I feel it's all returning. And with that moonchild energy, I feel there's a more playful side of you emerging where you're living in the present moment. And some of you may have also been trying to meditate, especially since these are two very cerebral cards, trying to meditate to tap into your inner awareness, your higher self, but also tap into the present moment to see what it is saying to you. When we sit in silence, we can really hear what our heart has to say, but also we can feel deep down the emotions that we are almost covering over. This is to protect. So if you are like running your life smoothly day to day, you're on autopilot, you're just doing. when you have a moment to just sit back and go, ah, suddenly you start to feel, actually, that was a lot. I'm feeling overwhelmed. There's some sort of sadness because there's a missing ingredient. I'm not sure what it is yet, but I must go and discover it. I want to do new things. I want something to be different. I want to reach out to that person and have a deeper connection. I want. Or I feel. So I feel a lot of you are tapping into that inner awareness at this time in moments of silence. And some of you with that Seven of Wands, you've been so much on the go, pushed and pulled in many different directions because life has been all-consuming that you have not had the time to connect to that stillness. And, you know, this card, it is in the resistance position, like you got it in the reverse. So I feel the universe is asking you for more stillness at this time, to connect to your higher belief system. And whatever it is that you are asking for or praying for, it shall be delivered. But there is a desire for you to connect more, okay? Also, I see that there is an ancestor in spirit who is watching over you, and I really get a sense here that they're going to send you lots of signs and symbols over the next coming weeks and months to highlight that things are transforming for the better and there's nothing to worry about, okay? Please ask for a personal sign or symbol from that person and they shall deliver it. But I'm seeing... thank you so much, I'm so grateful. This is really random, okay? I'm seeing a ladybird, but it's a confectionery, okay? It's not an actual ladybird that I'm seeing, or a ladybug in the water. I'm seeing it's like a confectionery, like it could be a chocolate or a candy under the wrapper that is a ladybug or a ladybird. So either you're going to be gifted that or you're going to see that. Maybe you're going to go into the store and see one. Random, I know, but I feel like ladybirds or ladybugs, they highlight good luck. And you've got a Wheel of Fortune, which means your fortune is about to change. And confectionery, you know, it can be sweet reward, but it can also be that you are looking at the temporary nature of luck. I definitely see some good luck coming your way, but also it could be that a lot of you are trying to reprogram at this time in order to look at where you reach for the quick fix, especially when you are under pressure. I feel like you're reaching for healthier things in life, so you may be just catching yourself, you know, defending a diet, for example, or trying to overcome a temptation for something, or when you're under pressure, where do you slip into an old cycle of repeat? And this is about reprogramming your past so that you can strengthen your present moment and open up your future to greater possibilities and potentials there. Also, the High Priestess, I feel like you're in a very philosophical mood, kind of like reviewing or analyzing your life, especially since you've got the King of Swords energy here as well. Now, this is not a gender-specific reading, it's about the energy. So some of you may be not just looking at your energy levels, but I feel like you're trying to find a new path. There's an energy of defending the one that you're on, but also with that King of Swords, there is a wolf, and wolves are pathfinders. So I feel like you're trying to find your way back to more independence or more spontaneity. I feel like you're creating a plan or a structure in order to do new things or have more freedom and independence in your life, and you're going to be successful there. But also I feel that with this Page of Swords, there are some ideas or some things that you are digging deeper on right now, gaining information or gathering knowledge to help you further on your path. Okay, because anything that's in the resistance position will go into the upright. Some of you may have also had a creative block recently, or have noticed that your memory has been clouded on something. So it could be that you're under a lot of pressure. I don't see anything wrong here. I feel a lot of you are, you know, at capacity for whatever it is that you're doing right now in life. And I feel that has led you to feel a little bit of brain fog. Or you may have been noticing that you've been stuttering recently or searching for words. For some of you, it could be a hormonal related issue. You have a deficiency either in a vitamin or your hormones have been off there. So please, I see a lot of you going for advice with the Emperor energy. You could be reaching out to a governing body, someone who is professional that has the qualifications to help you with that, and you will get on top of that. You will locate whatever issue it is that you're going through and you will take charge of it, and things will be manageable is what I see there. But also the Page of Swords, it can indicate a lot of you are thinking back on your journey and noticing that all the lessons that you've been sent have helped you connect to your higher self. And noticing that your inner compass will never lead you astray. You are looking at the times where you did not pay close attention to your hunches, and you're promising yourself that you will trust your instincts going forward. And I also see a lot of you with that Page of Swords, kind of like being more curious about life. You're very quick thinking. You're someone who is also a good negotiator, which is great if you're a parent, because you have a parental card there. So it could be that you're dealing with a child that's been going through some difficult times, or, you know, when they get to a challenging age, like the terrible twos, for example, or the terrible threes as well. So please take it and apply it to your situation. Of course, not all of you have a child, but it could be you're dealing with someone where you need to negotiate and find a healthy way of articulating your needs or getting your needs met. But I do see this energy of you kind of learning to express yourself more as well. And I see that some of you have been waiting for some sort of news. It will make its way towards you by the end of this year, and I feel it helps you on the next part of your journey, whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, and you're going to be so proud of yourself. There's an energy of contentment that yes, you got it, or yes, it's a job well done, or yes, it's a good news that you've been waiting for. Okay, now your final card, we have Moonchild. So that, of course, is about really processing childhood patterns or wounds, but also it's about embracing more of your childlike spirit, doing more things just because they feel good. This is also about the temporary nature of emotions. Sometimes, you know, if you think about a child, when they have an emotion of suddenly they're crying and then suddenly they're laughing again, and they allow themselves to feel, they allow themselves to have the emotion run through them and not exist in it. Emotions are temporary in its nature. So if you've been feeling, in a lament or grieving, or you've been in a period of darkness or just feeling uncertain, know that this too shall pass. And of course, I'm sending you a huge hug out there, because your first card indicates you are going through something that has been truly challenging for you. And I wish I could just like hold you and give you a massive hug. But I can see that you will conquer this period and things will become brighter for you. It literally says here, allow your playful side to emerge. Inner child, playful, and children. Okay, so some of you, it could be that you want children, but you're at a stage where you feel like you haven't met someone. You may be thinking about strategies to like preserve your potential to have children, and it could be that you're going through a process that feels lonely or difficult, but I do see that you will meet a person and be able to follow that process in the future with a divine counterpart if you are looking to settle down and have a child eventually. I do see that you're going to be able to open yourself up to that. For some of you, this could also be that you want to be more sporadic. You want to look at different events, things that you've always wanted to do from childhood, whether it's be creative or travel across the world or do a bungee jump or do something that's bold and daring. I definitely see that you're embracing that, because this card is having the courage to open yourself up to that playfulness, that lightheartedness, and to go out there and just have fun. Whenever you get this Moonchild card, of course, it connects to the Fool card, which is about fresh new ideas. It's about adventures. With the Wheel of Fortune there, it's about taking a chance on something that you feel you are unsure of how it will go, but it has so much potential. Just be curious and explore it, because remember, if something doesn't go the way you'd hoped for, it doesn't mean it fails. It means you learn how to do it in a different form. If you think about people like Edison, who did lots of inventions, they didn't just wake up and have a eureka moment one day. They actually went through trials and tribulations and tried things out and it didn't work, and then tried it out again or tweaked the plan a little bit, and suddenly it worked. It's about not giving up on something. And I see here that you are not giving up on something that you are truly passionate about, and you are going to have your eureka moment. And this card, it's that inner roar. So I feel like you are tapping into, that powerful side of yourself, more confidence. You're paying more attention to your needs and your self-care, health related endeavors, and, basically giving more time to you. And I also feel a lot of you, if you're trying to negotiate a new path or open yourself up to a new way of living, a lifestyle choice, I definitely see that you're looking before you leap. It's a calculated decision that you're making, and you are secure to make it. You will be secure in your endeavors. Now, of course, the Emperor energy can indicate that you have a lot of responsibility on your shoulders and that you cannot give up those responsibilities to frivolously just run off and have fun and be curious. But also, we have to remember that we can open our view of the world and see things with new eyes, so you can actually transform how you view just a walk in the park. You could be just going from A to B one day. You're in a rush. You need to get from the position you're at to an important meeting, or pick up your kids from daycare, or go on a date, or whatever it is that you're doing to walk across that park. You're going from A to B, and you may miss the magic of a little dragonfly buzzing on by, or a hummingbird, taking sweet nectar from a flower, or the fish in the pond, or a beautiful golden leaf just floating on down and a feather following it. The magic of the everyday, it exists. But sometimes as humans, we're so busy and caught up in our own inner world that we miss the magic that is in front of us. And I feel like you're opening yourself up to the synchronicities, the signs, the wonderful events that happen when you're like, whoa, that was impossible. That's not possible to have happened. But suddenly the miracle of it happening happens. And it means it was meant for you. It happens for a reason. And the Emperor energy is a little reminder there that, yeah, life is serious. And sometimes we have to be strict with ourselves and we have to create structure. But do not forget that playful side as you get older. The toughest thing to do when we're adulting is to remember that we do have that playful side, and we must not harden our heart to the world. Now also, this card can indicate that you are achieving a lot right now, and I feel like you are someone who is creating long-term security in your life. I feel like you are brave. These two cards are highlighting that you're a brave person. So you may have been like fighting something, or you may have been going through a health-related endeavor, and you are summoning the strength to beat this, and you are going to conquer it. There's an energy here of thriving and conquering something and being strong enough to face it head on. Also, this card indicates that you are getting serious about an endeavor, or you're getting serious to put your plans into motion right now, and your strategy, it will win. But you must have a plan or a blueprint and take charge of the endeavor, because you shall accomplish it. Now, also, interestingly enough, my guides just indicate that this card can be facing a bully. So for some of you, there could have been a parent that was very austere, that you felt was very strict. It could be that you're coming to terms with some of the things you experienced in childhood, and you're setting yourself free. For some of you, it could be that you had to be more matured before your time and had responsibility on your shoulders from a very young age, which may have stifled your playful side or stifled your growth in some way, where you felt like you had to take charge of the family unit, or you had to be there to protect a family member or take care of them. And I feel this may have, to some degree, robbed you of that playfulness or that ability to go off and have no responsibility as a child. And you may be coming to terms with that, or some of you may even seek counseling regarding something regarding your childhood, shall we say, so that you can release it and conquer it forever and just let it go and embrace the future, so it no longer has a hold over you and your ability to open up to spontaneity and fun. Because whenever a child, when they're younger, especially if there's a very turbulent household or environment, it can be that they're constantly in fight or flight mode, and that will continue throughout their childhood, where you always feel responsible, and then as you go into adulthood, you always feel responsible, and you're always the person who's making sure everybody's okay, or you're always very thoughtful about other people and making sure that they've got everything they need, and you forget your own needs because you've always been like walking on eggshells, for example, when you were younger. So some of you, if you've dealt with that, I see a lot of you going through a very cathartic experience and letting go of these challenges. But in those challenges, challenges, there were lessons, and you're conquering and passing the tests of those lessons. Also, the King of Swords indicates something you've been thinking about, you shall action and accomplish, and you will succeed at it. You are naturally gifted at whatever it is that you do, and you will basically be a pro at whatever it is that you do. But also, I feel this is about you being in a very deeply reflective mood where you're looking at your sense of power and where you give it away in your life, or where you feel people try to knock your confidence or underestimate you or undervalue what you offer as a person. And we are not here to have to offer anything to another person. We are a human being. We are here to be. We are not a human doing. So I see a lot of society, the way it kind of operates. It's like, what can you do for me? What can you add that's value? What are you here to offer? And we have to restructure the way that we look at ourselves as humanity, but also what we are here to do. Sometimes just being and having sudden realizations or epiphanies about our inner world, our higher self, or connecting to the ancestors or to your guides, or even to your inner knowingness, tapping into that intuition and developing it so that you have a deeper connection to nature and a more of an affinity to your higher self. That in itself is progress. Okay, we don't always have to measure ourselves and our sense of value and connect it to things that are outside of ourselves. And some of you have been learning about that as you mature, that you are not the sum of your job or what you do for a living or how successful you are. You are not the sum of the people around you. You are you, and that is your superpower. Okay, so I'm just going to go and close your reading with some final cards. We have Mirror. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Grand Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Pisceans? What do they need to be aware of? Okay, and they want one more. So by they, I mean my guides. So we have Mirror. Okay, that's one of your final cards there. And it says, reflecting on previous choices and actions may help guide you towards a better and brighter future. Remember that the energy you put in is the energy you get back. So the cause and effect, the butterfly effect that's in your life. Sometimes when we wake up in a bit of a grouchy mood, because we all do at some point, it's not always rainbows and unicorns. Life is tough, right? Sometimes we'll wake up and we'll be in a little bit of a grouchy mood, and sometimes we won't even know why. Again, it is the temporary nature of emotions, and we must honor how we feel in each moment. But if you've ever noticed that when you wake up in the morning and you feel a little bit off or you feel a bit grouchy, things happen in your life that day that bring more grouchiness. Someone may step on your toe on the subway or on the train. Someone may spill their coffee over your work. Things start to kind of like have a knock-on effect. It mirrors back to us. The universe mirrors back to us how we're feeling inside. And sometimes, especially if we feel things are going really well, this card can be like, I need to protect things that are going really well right now, because you're in fight or flight mode. You're expecting the fly in the ointment. And when we are expecting the fly in the ointment, that's when we're attracting the fly in the ointment. So I feel a lot of you are trying to change your mindset to be more positive and reflect out more positivity, more mindfulness, and trying to find happiness in the stillness of the present moment. And I feel you will get to that position where you can conquer it to such a degree where you feel a bit more comfortable within it. But also, I feel we're only human, and sometimes we slip into that negativity, or we slip back into a cycle or a pattern that feels familiar, especially if it is unhealed. And you must, forgive yourself for that, because it's only human. Now, we've also got Moon. Okay, and that's the Moon card that's popped out there for you. And it says here, the universe asks you to be in your yin energy at this time. This is an energy of allowing and receiving. When you work in alignment with Source, you enter into the flow state, fostering an environment for rapid manifestation of your desires. And that's why you got the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Cups, because you are in the rapid flow state of alignment. And I feel this is about trusting the process, knowing that you're on the precipice of change, and the universe is a co-creator with you and wants to deliver all that you desire. That's why you've got that Wheel of Fortune. Sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down, and I feel like you're about to enter a critical period where you are on the up. And it says, you are a co-creator with the universe. You are not separate. If you have questions, tap into the vast consciousness for answers. It's always here to help you on your journey. You are never really alone. So if some of you have been feeling alone, there's definitely an ancestor with you who protects you all the time. But if you are feeling alone in life, I see you doing more things, more events that open you up to integrate into a community base. I see you meeting your soul tribe if you feel like you haven't already. Also, these two cards indicate if you have questions, tap into the vastness of your subconscious mind. All answers are within you. They are not outside of yourself. They are within you. And you can watch tarot and you can watch, videos online, and you can, experience certain things and ask for advice from friends and all of those things. But ultimately, the answer will be within you and how you want to choose to live this lifetime. So always remember that. I'm just going to go and get a trinket or a button before I go. This is a little bit loud, so I just want you to be mindful before I pick it of your ears. Thank you so much for it, guys. Can you please guide? Okay, so we have the cherry. So this indicates that, of course, you are looking at the nature of temptation, but also choosing healthier options. I do feel something is being delivered to you that is literally the cherry on top. Some of you may also be connecting to more vitamin C, because I'm being given cherry acerola. This could be a powder, or it could be something that you are taking that increases your immune system or increases your vitamin C there. That's something that's strongly coming out there too. Also, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. Randomly, I'm seeing, those machines, they're slot machines, like cherries. Some of you could receive a small win. Some of you may be going to Vegas and you may get a small win there as well that's coming through. But please take it as it resonates. I mean, the cherry represents sweet reward. So I would say there is sweet reward here for you, but I feel right now you're looking at choosing the healthier options in life for you and doing what is right for you, and not in a selfish way either. So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates for you, my beautiful Pisces. Thank you so much, and love and light.